We're at Blackwell Meadows in Darlington, and the Bucks have gone down to their first defeat of the season, losing 3-0 this afternoon to our hosts. And I have manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, I suppose the question I'd want to start with is what was missing from this afternoon's performance for you?
As I've just said to the players there, attitude and application was missing, and it's something that we can't control as staff. I take responsibility myself because maybe I've praised them too much, and maybe they've been getting a bit too much adulation, and today they thought they were going to come to Darlington and maybe roll over a team that haven't been doing well. But that's sheer naivety from me. For me, I think they need to, like I've just said to them there, I take responsibility because I've praised them so much. But that being said, if you're going to do well this season at in any level, you can't underestimate a team, especially in this league. And again, I'll just be honest. With the players that we've got, there should only be one winner today. We've got everything right, the same personnel. Tactically, we've played against a 4-2-3-1 previously, so there shouldn't be any change today. But one thing you can't do is you can't affect the lads' application and attitude other than help them prepare. And when they went over the line, they didn't bring that, which is, if anyone who knows me, knows that that's probably the harshest criticism, because anything attached from me, I think that's minimum requirement, really. So yeah, very disappointed.
Sure. I mean, is that something that you will, try to find out as to why that wasn't there, or is it just a case of asking them to bounce back and looking for
mentality, like I say, myself and my staff, we do everything for them away from it to make sure that they can go across the line and get 3 points. And I felt like we did that again today. Like I say, where I take responsibility is perhaps I've given them that bit too much praise. But they've got to take responsibility at times, and that's go across the line and actually, have more desire than the opposition. And we always talk about working hard, working smart, desire, and doing a job and a half. And it pains me to say it, but the opposition were better at that than us today.
Sure. Okay. I mean, they gathered some momentum in the first half, didn't they? I think Darlington, and did you kind of have a sense that was coming?
Well, this is very much like the Chester game in the sense that they'd faced adversity themselves, in the sense that they've been having poor results. They haven't won at home. So what a management team will do is they will try and uplift them and try and drum them up, but they never really, they're always unsure of it. There's an insecurity there, so we always have to start fast, and we just didn't do that. We didn't, and we did against Chester, and we put Chester to the sword in the first 20 minutes. I knew it was going to be a comfortable win because we'd made the day easy for ourselves. But unfortunately today, for whatever reason, there are a few reasons. The back four were just far too deep, and the distances were too big. Our second balls were well down at half time, and that hasn't happened once. But the distances were too big because the back four were just not high enough. They weren't at it, and then certain individuals as well didn't turn up today, which is disappointing.
Sure, okay. But I mean, one thing you've said in your radio interview there just was that in a way this gives you more to work with. It gives you something to work on.
Yeah, the word I used was I'm excited in a perverse way. I'm really excited because if these are the players that I've signed, Stockport are in for a game Saturday, and we're going to find out a lot. If I'm an AFC Telford supporter, more than ever I want to get down and watch that game because you're going to see a reaction. And if it's got anything to do with me, we'll see a reaction. And like I say, at the Guiseley game, we conceded late and we drew, and it felt like a bit of a loss. But what I said to the lads was, because the performance was there and we dominated and should have won, we had a bit of a tear up on the coach on the way back. We had a laugh and a few drinks, and they deserved it. There won't be any of that tonight. We haven't earned the right to go back and have a laugh and a joke. So their family and friends, if they're anything like me, won't get the best of them between now and Monday morning. But like I said, Monday morning, you have to overcome adversity. I expect them to come in, smiling faces, bouncing, and back to it again, because nothing's changed today. Other than the attitude and the application, nothing has changed. And that's all I've been saying. If that attitude and application was there every week, we wouldn't lose a game, in my opinion. Because sure. I think we're a good team and a good squad. But the lads have to take responsibility. And after that changing room discussion, they might not like me much, but I think they respect what I'm saying.
Sure, okay. So Stockport next week and that opportunity to bounce back from that. What kind of a message from the supporters? I mean, you're always keen to say, don't get too high when things are going well, don't get too low when things are going badly, yeah. and that's true of this result, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was a disappointing result today, but the performance wasn't horrendous. We got outfought. In possession, we should have scored 3 or 4 times in the first half, as should they have done. And when we were in possession, we played some lovely patterns, but you can't you know, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't work hard, work smart, show desire and do a job and a half, and the opposition do that better than you, it doesn't matter how well you play in possession, because you can't break them down. And that's all they did today. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to them, because they are a good team and good players, but only in my humble opinion, I just think if there's no variables and that everybody turns up and does their job, we win that game today. And that's the disappointing thing. There's 3 points lost for me today. But testament to Darlington, you know, like that's what Tommy Wright will be wanting. You know, and like I said to him, I've played against Tommy over the years, and you know, we used to kick the life out of each other and smash each other to bits. So I knew they were going to do that. I knew that. So that's what I said to my lads. They've got to do the same as well. So like I say, it pains me to say it, and I don't expect to say that again this season. But that's one thing they've got to do. But like I say, they're the players that I signed. So for my money, when I knew at some point this would happen, I'm excited now to see what happens. I'm excited to see their reaction on the coach, in training next week when we play Stockport, because they're going to be fired up more than ever just to make sure we get back on track.
Okay, that's great, Gavin.
Cheers,
Thanks for your time.
Thanks,
Cheers.
mate.
Thank
Cheers.
you.